at the Run Podcast. I'm all over the place, man. Excuse me for that. That's because these topics are so interesting. They just really got me all over the place, bro. What are your sleeper teams?
Sleeper teams for the league
in the league, yeah, bro. Who are your sleeper teams right now?
My Pistons. I
love the Pistons, bro. I mess with it.
I see Pistons about 4 or 5 seed.
We gotta just make sure we stay healthy. To be honest,
facts. That's true. So especially Blake.
Yeah, Blake. He's like our engine to take us far, and we finally getting a little bit of pieces to put around him and help out. Yeah. But he just got to be there so we can be like together and as one. Because
D-Rose winning 6 man.
Yeah, D-Rose. It's gonna be between him and Lou Will.
I forgot about Lou Will.
Yeah, Lou Will is a bucket. He's such a bucket, bro. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be between them two.
Facts.
But I mean, really, whoever just keep it up.
I don't even consider the Blazers a sleeper team no more.
No. I'm woke to the Blazers, but let me tell you my sleeper teams. I'm gonna tell you my sleeper team in the East, and I'm gonna tell you my sleeper team in the West. So in the West, because that's the best side, West side the best side. But in the Western Conference, man, my sleeper team is the Dallas Mavericks.
Ooh, I forgot about them.
Yeah, I know everybody forgot about them. Everybody forgot about the Dallas Mavericks, bro. And the reason why I say they're such a sleeper team, because one, we seen Luka do great things by himself last year. Solo. And then now that they got Porzingis back, and he's getting to a groove. People tried to dog him out because, I mean, like the first few games and then some preseason games, they was trying to dog him out because they like, oh, who is this tall dude who can't do anything? Yeah. I'm like, bro, he just tore his whatever it was. I think it was ACL or something. ACL. Yeah, he tore something. I'm like, that's just ridiculous that y'all gonna expect him to come back dropping 30. Like, come on now. He gotta get into a groove, and then he gotta get the confidence right. He gotta get his mental stability right and be able to trust his body again. So I'm like, once they get into a groove, they can definitely cause damage. I see them probably about 7th, 8th seed, one of them, because it's the Western Conference.
7th or 8th?
Yeah, 7th or 8th, bro. Western Conference is packed, bro. It's really tough. And as far as the East, I love the Pistons, as I said, but Pistons, I did not pick them for my sleeper team.
Who you picking?
And I picked the Toronto Raptors, bro. I really did, because I feel like since Kawhi left, people just ignore them now.
They got something to prove.
Yeah, they ignore them, and they like, oh, Kawhi ain't there no more. Siakam, scrub. They just label all these people who are.
He gonna be an all-star.
Yeah, they label the average people and the people who are actually pretty good as scrubs. They like Van Fleet, scrub. Kyle Lowry, scrub. They don't have nobody. But really, when you watch them play, they still play the same.
Facts.
They play the same.
And then that first game, who they played? The Pelicans.
And they, man, it was.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good game, but I didn't watch the full game. I watched that, like the fourth quarter and then overtime. Yeah. And man, when I seen from there, I was like, damn, the Pelicans.
Van Fleet was strapping.
Yeah, Van Fleet can hoop though. So I'm like, it's like people got to wake up to it, because it's. I was just actually talking about it before you came. It was my very first segment on the show. I was saying how the competition around the league is spreading so much now, and I love it. Yeah. I love it because
it's balanced again, man. The league a little bit more balanced than what it was.
Yeah, and it's just in both conferences though.
Facts.
Like, we know that Eastern Conference teams ain't messing with Western Conference teams, but if you're on the Eastern Conference, everybody like mediocre, and it's only like 2 really good teams. Yeah. But versus the West, damn near everybody good over there.
No, it's tough.
So I love it, bro.
1 through 6 could beat anybody in the West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
For real, about 1 through 6 can hang in there with anybody in the league.
Man, I'm really enjoying it, and then I love it because when I can turn on a game and no matter who's playing,
yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, and it's a good game, or I'm seeing people play hard. I'm seeing people splurge and do good things. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. So for the Pistons, bro, because the Pistons was your sleeper team.
Yeah.
I got a personal issue with the Pistons, bro, because for the last few years we've actually been doing this. We'll start off looking real good. We'll start off first 10 games, whatever, first 20 games even. And we'll look good. We'll be like, oh, damn, Pistons at number 3 right now. We at number 3. Yeah. And then it just declines more and more as the season go on.
That's a Detroit thing. I see my Lions doing the same thing. Yeah, start off good.
I was finna hate on the Lions. I was finna talk trash about the Lions. Then I remember what team I'm repping. Y'all people ain't got the hat on today. It's that Falcons hat. Oh. Y'all people ain't got the hat on today.
I'm about to get on you, bro.
I ain't got none of that Falcons stuff on today, bro. So what can the Pistons do to make sure they avoid that process of starting off really good and then just going downhill again?
I think just consistency, man. Like from the past couple of years, we didn't really have shooters like that. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
We got Drummond and Blake down low. You got to surround them with shooters. You know what I'm saying? They're going to draw attention.
That is true.
If Luke keep pulling it how he is,
I love
you know
Luke Kennard. He's a great player.
Facts. And D-Rose keeps slashing, you know what I'm saying, getting to the lane. I think we'll be all right, man. I think this year a little bit different. I don't think we gonna,
I hope so.
I hope so. I'm
really
getting my heart broke by Detroit sports, man. For real, bro.
I'll put it this way. I support Detroit sports, but I just don't like the Lions. So people ask me, they like, how you from Detroit or you don't like the Lions? And I'm like, I just never liked the Lions. Like,
I feel you, man.
Ever since I was little, all that's ever been there is hope for the Lions.
Thanks, bro.
It's just always been the Lions gonna do it this year. And me hearing that since I was little, I'm like, man, the Lions ain't did a damn thing.
And breaking our heart here, that's how they been doing, man.
Man, so I ain't never, but I do try and support Detroit sports. Pistons, I probably support the Pistons the most, especially because it's basketball. And I mean, I'm in the mode now where we've made changes. Mm-hmm. We got a new coach. We got a star player now. We can't argue 2 star players if you really wanted to.
We ain't gonna speak on Drummond too much.
I wasn't even.
Are you talking about Rose?
I wasn't even talking about Drummond.
I thought you talking about
I was talking about D Rose.
That's true. No,
I was talking about D Rose. Drummond is a great player though. No, don't take that the wrong way. Any Drummond fans, he's a great player. He's an old school big. He holds it down there.
He got to get a couple more moves though, bro. He's limited. He limited on offense.
Very limited, and that's where we went so wrong in the past. Because with Van Gundy, I couldn't stand Van Gundy. He made bad contracts. He was a terrible coach. I didn't like in Detroit. I would say terrible coach in Detroit because he did good in other years
when he was in Orlando. And stuff,
so he did good in other years, but in Detroit he was terrible. So, and one thing I noticed with that is what he did is he tried to play through Drummond as if Drummond was
that?
As in if he was a type of Embiid type player, and it's like, nah, Drummond ain't had the moves for that. He ain't had the coordination. He ain't had none of that to be like that skillful on the offensive side. So I mean, now we're using him in a good way as Drummond just focus on defense, get these rebounds, and you're gonna get your points anyway off of putbacks and stuff anyway. So. Yeah. I like where they headed. I hope you're right about them being a big sleeper team.
I think so, man.
Yeah,
especially in the East. I can't name nobody else. Who else you got? You know what I'm saying?
And in the East is kind of weird because a lot of teams are mediocre. Well, the Boston Celtics could be a sleeper, but then again, I don't think their players is the problem.
They should be number 3 in the East. I don't consider them a sleeper.
I've said it so many times. I don't think their players is the problem.
You think it's Brad Stevens?
Hell yeah, it's Brad Stevens.
I like Brad Stevens, bro.
Bro, no. I'm gonna break it down real quick, bro. Right. Brad Stevens is the problem. I've said it before. I've said it so many times, bro. I'm glad you asked though, because look, bro. One example. Kyrie, everybody thought it was Kyrie Irving was the problem. Oh, he got mood swings, whatever the hell they want to talk about with Kyrie Irving. Always say he the problem. But look at it. They had so much talent on that team with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford. They had so much talent on that team. On paper, they was matching up with the Warriors.
Right.
But then when they playing the game plan wasn't matching up with the skill they had on paper.
That's true.
That's Brad Stevens. That's Brad Stevens because he didn't maximize everybody's talent on that team. He didn't make everybody useful on that team. Because you had Tony Rozier coming off the bench like, damn, can I even do my thing? Because you got us running the offense through Gordon Hayward and he can't get a bucket. So it's like, Brad Stevens, he needed to change something up and he didn't do it. And it's gonna be a rough season. If he have another rough season, I think they're gonna finally start having conversations
about getting him up out of there.
Yeah,
you think so?
Because it's Boston.
Yeah.
They got that's a winner. That's a winning team in Boston, bro. Celtics. Culture. That's a top tier team, just like the Lakers is a top tier team in the league. So I think they're gonna have those conversations if they have another bad season for sure.
I don't know. They love him over there, bro. They like him. They like Brad. They like Brad. I seen so many articles about how he one of the best young coaches. I heard somebody call him a young pop.
Oh, hell no. Who said that?
Hey, young pop. Hey, man, don't shoot the messenger, bro. I didn't heard it.
Young pop?
They said
hell no.
Pop, they called him a young pop.
Hell no.
Hey, man.
Bro, no. I ain't seen nobody close. If I really think about it, then maybe I could think of somebody. But after hearing that, ain't nobody close to Pop. Nobody is close to Pop.
That's true.
And with Brad Stevens, I would say he's a good coach, but the thing he tried to do in Boston with making or with like putting the system into the team, it wasn't helpful because he had so much talent and didn't know how to maximize it. Like I feel like the system he had was great for average type of players or players with 1 star or players with a bunch of mediocre people. Yeah. But in terms of a team that has so many stars, he didn't do a good job. He didn't do a good job at all, man.
Did better than what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had that conversation. With the previous guest on here a few weeks ago, and we were talking about like Steve Kerr don't get enough credit for that because he had KD, Klay Thompson. I get his team was stacked.
I'm not a fan of Steve Kerr. We can talk about that though for sure.
But look, I get his team was stacked.
Yeah,
but you got to think about the stuff that comes with coaching. You got to have that ego control in the locker room.
That's true.
You got to be able to incorporate a game plan where everybody feels as if they can get a buck or everybody feels useful when they're on a floor. And Steve Kerr did a hell of a job doing that because you had Draymond in there, a kind of alpha mentality. Him and KD was bookering back and forth or going buck, whatever you want to call it. They was going back and forth a lot because they both felt like they were very important to the team's success.
Facts.
And Steve Kerr, I know he was a coach and you may not see it on the court in terms of what's going on. Yeah, in the locker room, though, that takes he has to say something.
No, that's true, bro. And that's the thing. He got blessed, bro. Like the personalities of Steph.
I ain't gonna deny that. Hell yeah, he got blessed.
Like the personalities of Steph and Klay, like they 2 main stars before KD even came. They just so mellow, chill, like
just want to win.
You know what I'm saying? Selfless. Yeah, exactly. It's selfless. Like you winning with that. Like every other team got some type of personality that is true. You feel me? That's contagious. And the personality they had was kind of contagious. He never controlled Draymond. Draymond still was going dumb.
That is true.
So you feel me? So like, and then like another alpha came over there. KD had like a little mood swing. You saw what happened. Like he couldn't really control it. Yeah. So he really got like he got love, bro. Because every other star, you know what I'm saying? Kobe, Shaq, MJ had his personality, but like everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you mean. I get what you mean for sure. But then again, I mean, ain't nobody get mad at KD. Well, no, I can't even really say that because I was gonna flip it to LeBron, but I can't even really do that because he ain't really get put in a situation. Well, yeah. Actually, I can, just not with Cleveland. When he was in South Beach, nobody really got too upset at him when Eric Spoelstra ended up getting all of them shooters around LeBron, and they was the best team in the league. Yeah. Nobody got mad at Bron because he got put in a great situation.
That's true.
And then you got to give the credit to the Warriors front office for getting stuff done.
Because
they was handling it. So Steve Kerr did get blessed. I ain't denying that. I'm not denying that.
The circumstances of what he had fall in his lap, like his system, like is.
It was the cherry on top.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Set the down screens, boot pop up. Like, it works, bro. Like, you can't. And only certain players can be that efficient in that type of system. And he had them at his arsenal already.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I look at it this way, too. Before Steve Kerr, because we seen Steve Kerr's system already implemented, and then we seen, what was it, Luke Walton? I think when he was an assistant, he came there, he coached for a few weeks. Yeah. And, of course, he looked good because Steve Kerr's system was already, he had already painted that over the game plan.
And real talk, people don't give my man Mark Jackson
for putting that
credit.
Oh, my gosh.
Mark Jackson, I
don't know. That's another player that's being blackballed, or coach that's being blackballed about it.
He put the heart and soul in that Warriors team, and Steve Kerr came in and, you know what I'm saying, got the credit for it.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's so crazy. I really, he was actually a coach before we hired Toronto's old coach. I can't remember his name.
Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, Dwayne.
I wanted Mark Jackson so bad, bro.
Me too, but it just wouldn't have nobody out of all the coaches that was needed throughout the year.
Yeah,
nobody.
Yeah, he blackballed for sure.
Nobody. You mean to tell me everybody just looked over everything he did and just like, nah, we good on Mark Jackson. He ain't it. I don't think he can coach our team well. It was at least 6 or 7 teams that needed a head coach.
Facts.
After last season. It was a lot of teams because I think Kings needed one, Lakers. It was just a lot of teams. I can't name them all at the moment.
Get a phone call or like you sent me some consideration. Something going on, bro.
It was crazy, man. And he definitely put that team together for Steve Kerr. But I don't think every coach or a lot of coaches could have maximize the use of all the players like Steve Kerr did when he put that system in there.
He get credit for sure. I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to knock him and say that. You don't deserve nothing.
I'm glad you ain't on that, because some people really believe that. Some people believe that he's not an effective coach. No, and I'm like,
every coach can't do what every coach can't do what he did.
And then people don't realize too, though. This is kind of a side note, but he got that same game plan from the Bulls. Yeah, when he was with the Bulls, with him and everybody else, and the other shooters would come off the bench when he was with Jordan. Yeah, they just go out there and shoot, run some screens. Yeah. Catch, shoot. I mean, they already be up by 20-something points, so it's like they ain't gonna blow the lead. Y'all might as well just go out there and shoot. And he took that same method, same style, and just put it on the Warriors. And then bless it. They worked. Championships, all of that, bro. So
hey, them boys not making the playoffs this year, by the way.
Whoa.
Them boys ain't making the playoffs, bro.
Oh my gosh, stop that.
Hey, I can't. I had to leave on.
You lucky. You must have been saving that this whole time.
Oh man, let me shout my man's Trash Can Terry out on the tee.
Yeah, go ahead, because you got a bounce. Go ahead, man.
Definitely, man. Make sure you tap in with Trash Can Terry. You see the shirt, break bread. Support one another, man.
Hey, go ahead, let them know. In other words, if you don't get the message, support black businesses. If you don't get the message, so that's basically what we saying by that, man. Support one another. I mean, hey, even if you're not black, man, support one another.
Yes, sir.
Just help out. That's all it is. We gotta move on, bro, and you gotta go. I appreciate you for coming in and joining me on a run.
Respect, bro.
And I really enjoy this time of sitting down with good friends, good people I know, and just having that conversation and talking to them, because everybody I'm around, we all doing stuff, we all doing good things. Yes, sir. So that's why the show's called The Run. Get my folks on here, get whatever, and just have a good conversation. But go ahead, throw your social media out there one more time before I hit the music. And go ahead.
Juan2 ____. Was that 3 or 4? Well, you know what I'm saying?
That was 3.
yeah, search it up. Yeah, man, let's keep this going.
All right, for sure, man. You know, I'm going to keep going with The Run, and I'm going to put out the podcast version and all of that. If you're listening live, I appreciate that. But we got to move on. And our next selection, we're going to move on to the Joyride mix, actually. We're going to play music for a little bit. But our next selection is Meek Mill. Check.